So we had talked about the tech stock ER yesterday. And we had looked at, now, if you want to, this is what I mentioned and I'll still mention. If you want to play ER, just the easiest way is using SATI and looking at the swing, the monthly levels and proximity to the close. So if the stock is away from the close, then you're assuming two things can happen. It can either drop back to the close. If dropping back to the close is giving you good numbers and you look at the contracts, they are reasonable, or if you want to take a gamble, you can. We had looked at SNO yesterday and we saw from 230 to 195, we saw it was 35 points. And I say that is good because for me, I look for 20 points and above for a comfortable swing. Or if you want to take a gamble, both a call and a put, then we had looked at if it was to continue up the next year from 239 to 284. Well, I'd say this might be impossible. I didn't see any good thing they would give us for that stock to go up, and I said we were overbought. So if you took a gamble, and we also looked at the contracts, they were a bit reasonable. So if anyone took a chance with SNO, it dropped. Okay, so now we are looking at it. So this is a good pullback. Okay.
They 849.8.
Are you saying something?
No, I'm not.
Okay. So when we look at the daily, it was kind of like going sideways. We had these two lower lows, but it was unable to break this level since we hit this high on the 9th. So it was kind of going sideways after this pullback. So now we want to see if it will go back to the close. So we get a pullback. We're looking at it has dropped all the way. So it has not hit the ATR. So when you're having such a drop, you're also not just looking at the ATR level, you're looking at the key level. So the next key level, and you guys are familiar with SNO below 200. So we are back to the same battles we usually have with below 185, we're up to 175, like that. So those are levels, I think we were there for so long before we started going up. So we've gone back to the same levels. So it rejected 165. So the target level is here 168. So we know our key levels with the SNO from previous a few months ago, 165, 175, 185. Okay. And then we had the 194 that it had not broken for so long. And then finally it broke it and then went to 200. So now we are back to the same levels below 165, 155. So those are I'm sure some people can sing those levels, unlike the ones we've been higher. So we are back to those levels. So those are the things to watch for today. I don't know how the market will react to PCE. We'll see. Probably will get a move from QQQ and SPY. They've been just stagnating and the volume has been going down with no much action. So probably we'll get some action today or before end of the week. That's just been a long time without any move for SPY. Now, because of all these tech stocks reporting, we'll see what happens when the market opens. So those are the levels we're watching for. If it goes back to close 195. CRM, CRM also was away from the close. Okay, but it didn't make much a move. For me, this I consider it can be a sign of strength because it dropped. And so these are the things that sometimes you're worried. So when you looked at the levels for CRM, it didn't give us much compared to SNO. So it had not even gone to the ATR level, the 311. It was stuck at around 305. So we looked at if it went back to the close, it wasn't bad. So the close was from that 305 back to 280. And that's like 25 points. Okay. So it did that. It went to the close, then it went back up. So right now it's like going sideways. So this can be a good one because it hasn't made any much move. So we want to see what decision the market wants for this CRM post ER, because it didn't give us much action. So we might get a good play out of this. So if it decides to go to close that 281 below it, then you are looking at all these levels, 262, 250. If it decides to go up, we still need that 311. Okay. Okta also reported. Now, Okta was very near the close. See, this is the difference. If you want to try to gamble, just use this close as your base and as your guide on what to do. And especially if the contracts are reasonable, just take a gamble and see, or paper trade and see, because it has proven to be really effective when it comes to analyzing, especially for earnings. This one was right, it was, when you look at the daily, it has started going up, but look, it's been going sideways since this drop. When it hit 92, then it had this pullback, then it's just been going in this range and this range since January, just going sideways. Now, when you see this is a potentially good, it's a potential for a good play. And then when you look, the month of February, it was just right there at the close. So that's telling you this is a potential. It was going sideways. That's number one for a good play. And then it was near the close. So if it is going up, it has hit the ATR 106. So we want to see if it will continue up. For Okta, I don't think it can go all the way to 113 in one day. So we are looking at, you look at these intermediate levels. So we have 111, 115, 118, 121, 125, 130. You also have to be realistic, the ATR of the stock. It's only during earnings you can see a stock filling that huge gap. So if it breaks, it doesn't hold above 106, then you're looking at it pulling back 101, 97, 94, 91, like that, all the way back to the previous close. Okay, so that's for Okta. I saw Tosh talking about Dual, and if you looked at it, it was just near the close. I even didn't know this stock was listed. Oh, my daughters use this app. So look at it, just not far away from the close. It was like what? Very near the close, just a few points away, 198. Then it pulled back 188. So it still had room to go to 215. And then if it wants to continue up, it's a stock I've never traded. I didn't even know it was listed. Okay. So those people who I know Leroy is doing, he doesn't talk about it, but he's doing very good at swinging stocks for earnings. I think the other day he got Beam. Was it Beam? Okay, he got Beam, and just when you look at it, proximity to the close, it's a small ATR. So it was away from the close, 24, but it had not hit the ATR 37. So if you're taking a gamble with this, it went all the way and almost touching the next ATR. And then we had the pullback, obviously, after. Anytime a stock rejects an ATR level pullback. So this is also a stock to watch. I used to trade it when it was a penny stock. All these biotech stocks, when it was, before it went all the way up, it used to be a penny stock. It's a stock I used to look at some while ago, when it was down here. Okay, then it started going up. It went all the way up to 124, and it has never recovered. It has never recovered. Just kept dropping, kept dropping, kept dropping. And now we are seeing it trying to go up. So any of these stocks, anything that you see in that list that is reporting earnings, it is tradable. Whether I talk about it or not, it is tradable. Just look at the contracts, look at the proximity to the close and all that shenanigans. MSTR. So still going up. We said it still has room to go to that 13, was it 1300? $13.15. So we still have room. And this stock is just doing what is. And please note, whenever you're trading MSTR, just know you can't be saying, if you're getting buying time from the bottom, if you're swinging, let's say when it pulls back and you're swinging, just please make sure you're taking profit, because when you're having a sell-off, when people are taking profit, it drops hard. Okay, it drops hard, and when it drops hard, you take advantage of that drop and get back in. I'd mentioned this one is a buy the dip until it attempts to retest that 13.15, or as we head into the halving event. So every pullback, it pulls back hard. It pulls back hard. This day, I think here, we were starting from the bottom. You see here, it was like going sideways. 670, 667, 675, 678. So it was kind of going sideways. There are people who got it on either Friday or here on Monday 26, and they held. So if you're catching at the bottom, you can hold and swing. But when you take profit, because when it pulls back hard. I'd also mentioned on Monday, you can buy time. You buy a contract, buy into the halving, April. I'd said if you have the money, buy a contract all the way to April and then just hold. So if you're holding, those pullbacks might not affect you that much. Yes, your contract will go down, but it will never go back to zero, because this is what it will do until that we go into that event. So this, I don't have that I can say that it will keep going on until the halving. I don't know. We're just riding it up until we see, because it still has room to 1300. Okay. The same thing for coin. We still have room for it to go retest that IPO level. So every pullback, sometimes coin, it gets sold off before market open, but MSTR usually holds that pre-market move up. Okay, so every pullback buy until we see a sign of it maybe double top or whatever, it's coming down. But that's a stock just to buy. If you want to take a chance with it, you'll be waking up to money. Every pullback, get back in. Every pullback, get back in until this halving event takes place, because there are too many buyers in the market. There are too many players in the market for this Bitcoin. And you've seen Bitcoin is just still rallying up. So this is a stock, just like SMCI, MSTR coin, they're good stocks too. Day trade, I have SMCI coin, MSTR, and McDonald. McDonald is another good one. Every time it pulls back, just ride it up. The same way we had so much struggle for it to hit 300. So we broke it to 302, and then finally we're doing the same thing. It pulls back to 292, 290, then it goes back up. It's a good stock to do it, every pullback you're buying. So we hit 64,000, and then here, this is a lower high. So we want to see if we're going to break this. Last time we hit 69,000. So we want to see if we'll go all the way to 70,000. So McDonald is another one. Very good for every time it pulls back, find it and get in for calls, or even you can trade the pullback. So here every time it's refusing to go to 300. You have 298, 298. That's a double top. Get puts dropped all the way from 298 to 292. You look again here, when it hit 302, post ER. Okay, so this is still a post ER. When it hit 302, of course, we got a sell-off. Then here you're looking for double bottom or a higher low. So here we had 281. It went to 290, then you had a higher low. You're riding it up. Went up again to 295 here, still going up, went all the way again to 298, drop. So every time it's pulling back, you're riding it back up to 298 until we break again that 300. It's a very good stock. Even when before we hit that 300, it was a very good stock to, you see here, 289, ride it back to 3, it went to 302. Every time it pulls back, just buy and ride it back up. It's having that same trouble with breaking above to like here. This is a clear double top, and it's been doing this for months. 297, 297, double top, went down 10 points. You get puts. Then you start again hunting it. This one, 287, 287, triple. Bottom went to 294. Then you wait again, higher, low, then it went all the way. It's been doing this for months. So it's a good stock that for people who want to swing, you can swing it. This one together with SMC, I know SMC, people say the contract's expensive, but it's a good stock to swing or scalp every day. Okay. So yesterday I'd said, if it doesn't break 845, okay, I'd said if it doesn't break, and if you look at on a lower time frame, so when the market opened, it didn't hit 845, we got a pullback. So it came from 840 all the way to 812. Even if you're buying one contract, there was a group I was discussing with, I don't know which one. Even if you put 500, there's somebody who said, just put 500, you'll get 1,000 or 2,000 out of it. You're just buying one contract and you're watching it. This move from 840 down to 812. Then it went from 812 back to that 845 I talked about, because that's a key level, slightly broke it. So it's telling you it wants to go up, but again, it pulled back. So now again, it is below 800. So I don't know when we're going to get that move. We're supposed to get a move. All these stocks, most of them had low volume yesterday. So it's a good stock to scalp, just up and down, if you're looking for something to scalp. Now, we're going to look at Tesla today. Still 206. These levels, guys, they're just levels, key levels that you can even, know in your sleep. So here, Tesla broke 200, had a shallow pullback here, went to 205. So it rejected our 206. 206 is the key level. It was rejected the first time. I don't know how many times now. You have to count the number of times so that you get the, oh, so this was the first time. Then it came down. This was the second attempt. We had like a double top here. So we're looking at it today to see if it will attempt to go break it today. So from 206, the next key level is 212. And every time it's at 212, it usually fills the gap to 224. So, I mean, I don't know what has happened to this stock. But when that move comes, something will happen. So we're still going like sideways. This is a boiling changa, boiling brew, and we're still operating in this candle. See this range candle? So we're still inside this candle. Until we break 210, we're still inside this candle. Okay, and yesterday it had like a double. Here you see it went up to the same level and then the same close, like 201. See, that was the same close on Tuesday, the same close here. So we want to see what it does today. So if it fails again to go to that 206, then we are looking at puts. Okay. That's for Tesla. So I have my list of I call it my watch list. I call top money maker. So from my top money maker, Baba is still a lotto. Look at Baidu. Baidu was post year. It had a, and I told you guys on Sunday, or I don't know when, Baidu was still bearish. I mean, these stocks are still, the Chinese stocks, we hope for some, I talked about it on Sunday. I said it was still bearish, and we saw that's what it did. It came down post year. So this was 120, and here it just broke that one above our key level 112, and then we got this. So we're still looking at it. Baba. So Baba and Baidu, look at it today. If we're going to break this 116, if not, it's still bearish. Baba, the same thing. It needs to be above 75. So anytime so here we had like a double top. So here 77, 78, 70. If you ever see this, this is like a triple top. Just get puts. And this is what happened. It dropped 74. So when it's holding that, almost that 75 level, it falls above 75, then there's an opportunity to go retest this level, 78. I'm hoping there will be a turnaround in March for Chinese stocks. Okay. Lily is also a lotto, possible lotto. We had it pull back. So we have this range candle. It never went back to this. So if you're seeing a range candle, a wide range candle, and then we had this the next day when it pulled back, and then we had this, it did two lower lows, went up. When it did this going back up, if it does not retest this, just play puts. If it doesn't retest this, just plan for puts. Okay, so we had, this was a good change of character, but the next day it went up. This was not a confirmed change of character. Why? Because it closed below it. Then the next candle, it closed above, and then here slightly above it, but still it didn't go to 795. So it was still a lower high. We got this move down. And then yesterday we have an inside bar. So you're looking at it. So here, if we go by this candle, this was a confirmed change of character because it closed below it. And then here it created a higher low, but still it was a lower high and inside candle. So we're still looking at this range candle. We have 749 and we have 794. So it needs to break 780 to try 795, or if it's going down below 749, then it can retest this level 733. So it's gonna be a lotto. Still MDB. We had it drop yesterday, and of course it dropped. MDB is usually what? CRM. I think it's usually a sympathy to CRM. So I'd say looked at MDB. It's been just, here we had what? These are the things you're looking for. Double top, double bottom. So this is a double top, 459, 458, dropped 440, then continued down yesterday. Is usually a sympathy to CRM or so, one of those. Okay, so we're still looking at it, depending on what happens to tech stocks when the market opens, because of those ones that have reported earnings. ZS is also still a lotto. Okay. And it has an inside bar. So we had this, yes, it broke this, but where was the close? it closed inside. So this was not a good sign. A Lotto, the ones I mentioned, Lotto and the list I gave even on Monday, you're not just looking at a bullish side, you're looking at both bullish and or bearish. And we saw Zoom was there, UNH was there, had a huge drop. That list of Lotto, just go through it and then look at the contracts and look at that stock. So this one, we have an inside bar. We want to see if it will attempt to break this level again, the 250. If not, then we're looking at a bearish continuation. So a stock like UNH, and I think, I don't know if I'd mentioned it, it was in that list. So you're looking at a lower high. So what was the high here? 549. Then we had this post here, it dropped, continued down. Then it started, we had this range candle, finally broke above it. But look at this. When you're seeing such kind of moves, it was kind of like going sideways. You have red here, you have green, you have indecision like that. It's a sign of weakness. Finally, we had a change of character on Tuesday. Such clear plays. The problem is, if you get that list, please put alerts or just look at it. If you're working in groups, it's better. There's no way I can go over all those stocks again and again. I've looked through them on Sunday to give the list of possible lottos. Then every day I have to look again at those stocks. I just can't do it. If you're working in groups, that list, those contracts were $6, went to 1,000. This was a confirmed change of character on Tuesday. Why? Because it went and then it closed below. So it was telling you tomorrow you are trading put. So if you look at a lower time frame on Tuesday, okay, it was a confirmed change of character. Yes, if you traded puts or not, you're holding the next day. So here we had a shallow pullback, but you already know it's a lower high, it's a lower high. You're getting puts. Look at this move. Dropped all the way, 523 down to 484. Good play. Just go through that list. Now, FANW, PDD, they are in the Lotto list, but those are bearish. They can continue down. Woodley, I tell you guys, you follow the watch list. I already told you guys it was supposed to be a Lotto. Did I know about the lawsuit? No. I didn't know about the lawsuit, but it was supposed to be a Lotto, and it is bearish. So the news would have found you in the play. I usually tell you guys, I follow the chart. I don't wait for news. I don't wait for this. I follow the chart. I look at the levels, and I tell you guys, this is gonna be a Lotto. The news would have found you in the play. Okay, all these stocks, the news, it had said on Sunday, or is it on Monday, it's going to be a Lotto. The news would have found you in there. It had already had a change of character. So there was nothing, I don't know what to say, but it had already told you what the intention here. This was a lower high. So you'd be already playing. The news would have found you in the play. Okay, so now we are looking at this level. If it rejects 478, there's a chance it wants to go up. So now you have another play to add with a range candle. So UNH, you are adding it to those stocks you are playing, PanW, ZS, Crowd, IBM, Dell, all those stocks with a long range candle, you're going to add UNH. Okay, so follow the charts. The news will find you in those plays. Okay. So Baba, Baidu, now FSLR reported earnings, and we saw it was still weak. Said G, they can be lottos because they depending on if they reject the support, they FSLR, ooh, this is good. We had a confirmed change of character here. So this was an inside bar. The day reported was an inside bar. Then yesterday, it went to 158, but closed above it. So look at it today. Because this is the previous lower high, it closed above it. Okay, so look at it today. ZG. ZG still, so this is post ER. We have a range candle, then it broke below it. We have a double top bottom here. So we want to see if this range candle, if it's gonna break this support, it will go lower 63, or if it wants to go up. So this is still a post ER. ENPH reported earlier. So this sector is still bearish. And that's what I said, it's still bearish. Like here, it went up. 138 was a lower high. It is dropping. We had this confirmed. This is a confirmed change of character. If you use this candle, then we waited for this candle. It broke below it, confirmed an inside bar, continue down, because this we use, if you go by this, it was confirmed, continue down, continue down. Now we have two inside bars. So that sector, please look at it. If we're gonna get some pullback. Okay, I've seen Moderna started, today is Thursday. So Thursday is usually Chinese stocks and biotech. So this reported earnings, Moderna has a range candle. So this should be a key play you're looking at because of this range candle. And now we are having inside bars. So this is inside this, inside. So you're looking at it. It either has to break 102 or on the bearish side, 87. Okay, now, so it dropped. Okay, so it's been bearish since it hit this top, came down. When it went up, lower high, this doji, and then closed below this candle. So we want to see if it breaks below 530, 753. If it holds above 753, then we're looking at this going back up. It needs to break above 774, then it can retest this level to go back up. So it's also in the Lotto list. And then semiconductors. Marvel, MRVL, MU, SMCI, TSM. Okay. Possible lottos. The rest, it's up and down. Buy the dip, sell the top. I still have energy stocks. They try to be, every time the market is down, you're looking at energy stocks. They're still saying they're supposed to be lottos. So it means either they're gonna go down or go up, depending on what the market does. So the market still owes us. SPY, we haven't gotten a move. QQQ, we haven't gotten a move. Okay. DG, Lotto, Wayfair, I think reported earnings. So Wayfair, it was beaten down post-year, had a good change of character here. Anytime you see a confirmed change of character, just know that stock is going up. So it went up. So now it needs to break 61. Every time it's below 60 and 65, this stock is weak. It needs to be above 60 and 65. Okay. ADSK still says Lotto, AI still Lotto, LGN still Lotto, Net, Lotto, PayX, Lotto, SE. I'd said Lotto and you guys saw the move. So that list I give, if you just watch it, you will catch those $10 stocks. You're buying $10, you're selling. And this SC has been bullish. It's just trending up. If you look, this is just walking. In decision here continuing because it's headed to earnings. So it's running up to ER. PC is supposed to be what time? 6:30? I don't know. Have they reported? So Tesla, they're being accused of polluting Berlin's drinking water supply. I don't know if it has come out. Okay. So NVIDIA is still, until we get a move, all these semiconductors, they're just behaving the same until, I don't know whether we are waiting for PCE. So we have now 3 inside bars. So it means either we'll continue this because this is the 3rd one. Every time we get a 3rd one is usually a sign of, can be a sign of weakness. The more inside bars you get, the weaker that stock becomes. When it's only 2, you have a confirmation. But now when it's like this, more than 3, we might be getting a move down before we start celebrating. Okay. SPY. Just look at SPY and you'll know if the news is out. If there's no reaction,
It's out.
it's out.
Yeah.
Yeah, SPY is trying to go up. So SPY still, if it doesn't break 510, then just don't be fooled by this. We might go down. It needs to break 510. Today, we need to break those highs. If you're not breaking those highs, just prepare with puts. SPY needs to break 510. If it doesn't break 510, just prepare puts. You see, the same, all these charts look the same. Okay, if it doesn't break 510, prepare puts, QQQ. If it doesn't break 4, what's the level? 438, or is it 440? Oh, we hit 440. So if it doesn't break 440, you see the same chart. We have 3 inside bars. If it doesn't break 440, prepare puts. So as much as we are seeing that, it can be a dead cat bounce. If we are not hitting 440, just be ready with puts. Okay. We need to, because we've been doing this for how long? 1, 2, 3. So 3 days we've been creating those inside bars. The move is due. So if you're not getting that bounce above 440, just be ready with puts, guys. Any question? Okay. So if no question.
Virginia.
Yes.
Just a question. Since the PCI is out, is it PCI or is
PCE?
PCE is out.
Mm.
Can you narrow to SPY on 5 minutes? And because I see some reactions there.
That's what I'm saying. There is no 5 minute. This is the level. If it's not breaking 510, then prepare for puts. If QQQ is not breaking 440, prepare for puts.
Okay.
It's that level, because that's the level, the high we hit, and for 3 days, this is 438, 438, 437. We didn't get, this was like a triple bought top, and we didn't get a huge move down. Yes, it went 433. So here we've been creating lower low because we broke this support. We went to 433, but there's no about 5 minutes, just that level. If you're not hitting 440 and breaking 440.59, prepare for puts for SPY. If it's not breaking above 510, prepare for puts.
Okay, thank you. And also one very last personal question.
Yes.
I think I need to be on a personal level or to understand how to get a lotus. It's a terminology that has been evading me for a while.
So I usually give you guys the list on Sunday.
Know how to get it, how to understand it, and how. Yeah.
So when you get that list, I've told you guys for that lotto, look at the trend. What is the trend for those stocks? Either if that stock, like for instance, UNH, it was bearish. So you're looking at that. So for UNH, when you're looking at the daily, what is the trend? This stock has been bearish because after it hit 554 in December, it has never gone back to that level. It's creating lower high. So the trend, you're identifying the trend. It's bearish. 554, here was 548, here was 533. And I was very insistent with you guys. If UNH does not break 533, get puts. I kept saying that again and again and again. It needed to break 533. If it was not breaking 533, get puts. I said that, I don't know, I've been saying it for over 2 weeks. If it doesn't break it, get puts. So the day you're getting a confirmed change of character, like we got here, then it has already, so on Tuesday, it was telling you, I'm going down.
Okay.
Okay. Identify the trend. The other thing, look at the proximity to the close. Is it away? Is it near the close? Is it away? So this one was away, but it has not even hit that 533. It was failed to break that 533. It was way away from this. The trend is bearish. Get puts. Zoom was there. Zoom is one of those stocks I'd said it was tired of being bearish, and it was also post-year. Proximity to the close. When it reported earnings, it was near the close. So it's going up. We had a change of character. If you have a change of character, anticipate the same move it has confirmed up to 3 days. Here. SE, the same thing. It's been trending up. So to get those moves, you have to look at those charts. Like SE, we had this 1, 2, 3 days it was going. Indecision. Finally, this candle broke above this high and closed above it, telling you it is going up.
All right.
So I'm doing the work of finding this list for you guys. You guys just need to do the end of it.
All
Okay.
right, thank
and
you.
every Sunday I provide the list every Sunday. So this week I said I'm only giving you guys one list, and that one list, UNH, SE, Disney, I don't know, Baidu, all those stocks are playing out. Okay. Raphael, because you're talking, sign us off.
All right. Today, guys, is a Chinese and biotech Thursday. Let's go out and make this money.
Thank you.